All right, this is December 9th, showing you guys quickly the market context here. This is Sierra charts where I have my regular market profiles. We've got a beautiful congestion here the last 2 days and also the overnight. So in this case, you could just basically merge these profiles and have one full profile that gives you a better view of what's going on. So you can use this information here for the bias and also where the market's going to be opening up. First bias is probably to continue staying in the balanced mode here. We also have a gap up that occurred after December 6th here, so this gap has not been filled. So this is kind of stuff that I look for within market profile and also the context here. So let's just quickly go over to NASDAQ. So I've got a couple of charts here. Pretty much same thing with NASDAQ. So this is kind of my morning preparation. I've already merged the last 2 or 3 days in NASDAQ. Same thing, we've got a gap here. And I think we're kind of have to really clear the previous highs, which is around 16,454, which is a previous week high as well. So good to note that. And then what I would do generally is basically come in and put those levels on my dome here. All right, so we're kind of looking at 454, right? Did I say 454? Yeah, 454. So it's pretty far away, but I normally just clear everything out here, and then I'll just put, first of all, the overnight levels here, the overnight high. I also look at the overnight VPOC. Good area to see if we can get stop runs there. And then let me just put in the overnight low here. Okay, so that looks good. As usual, guys, you know that I am using Tick Strike. Tick Strike basically in Globex, it has the euro, the Bitcoin, and all that, and the futures. And at the open, we'll have pretty much the stocks that will start giving us clues to what kind of momentum we get. So I normally have this panel, which is where you could select the ones that you want. For the moment, I only have the active panel here, which I generally just put aside because I don't really need the active panel there. And I could just put my regular stocks here with the little, the gauges, the sounds, and everything. So that's for Tick Strike. Now, quickly, let's look at what the news is looking like this morning. I believe we had some news, and then again, Evergrande with the Chinese bank there. There's some news around that. Again, here we're looking at initial jobless claims that came out, which was expected 220K, and we've got 184, which seems to be good. But the market really, I watched it very quickly here. It was just at the open here. I mean, sorry, an hour ago, so I didn't really see much reaction to that. I know there's a lot of news coming in from Japan and China within the last several days. There's a news from the German, European countries as well, so that's good to watch. And then if we look at the economic calendar for today, there's some auctioning around the bonds. So this has been causing some volatility recently. If every time I've heard
Iraq's
the
current oil production is at 4.8 million barrels per day, according to the oil minister.
okay, some news came in from the oil and all that. And then we have the Fed balance sheet after the close, which should not really be a huge thing. But then tomorrow we've got some CPI news, which is going to most likely be very, very important to see what direction this market's going to take. I'm expecting it to be a bit of a balanced day again because once again it's just a lot of news and it's gonna have to digest all that. So Fed funds rate and all that, some news here. So pretty interesting times to be trading, honestly. And then, as usual, I have my regular ratio spread charts with TradingView, and then this is the market internals that I like to just keep here on TradingView. I was looking at Bitcoin here, and I think Bitcoin had some volatility overnight, so that's been interesting to see. So I'm kind of getting ready for the open here to see how things will go, and I will definitely try to make this interesting here for the first 5-10 minutes here. Let's see how things go. So that was my preparation. I have my levels. So this 46.85 is a level that I'm looking at on ES for the open here. And then also forgot to put in the overnight lows here, so I'm going to just put in the overnight. And that's exactly where a lot of volume had occurred here in the Globex session. Previous day high, and then overnight high. So let's put it like that. We've got a couple of minutes here, so I'm just going to let the market open up within a couple of minutes here.
It's just a correction on a previous headline there. Iraq's current oil production capacity, not actual production, is at 4.8 million barrels per day, according to the oil minister.
Getting ready for the open here. Okay, so we opened a bit lower, which is okay. Okay, so here I'm gonna see if I can get, I'll go with a long here. Can't get the fills. I think we're gonna go.
US Trade Representative Ty says the US has put the free trade negotiations with Britain on pause, but continues to work very closely with
Missed
the
that.
UK
So
on shared
Nasdaq is
challenges.
off to the highs. Here we go. We're gonna get a move higher here. Trying to get in some nice moves here. All right, here we go. Here we go. At least give us a move here. Okay. We'll try to see if we can get any movement here. And move out. Very balanced open here. Not really the high volume intensity open here, so it will be a bit tricky here. I think Nasdaq is on its way higher. Let's see here. Okay, so we've got 67 as value here on Nasdaq. Looking at that, and Nasdaq's on its way down, so I think we're gonna get a nice little move lower. Gonna be a bit here. Okay, trying to get a small little dip here. Nasdaq's weak. If we can get a runner. Yeah, I'm gonna just stop out of this one because I think, yeah, I'm gonna stop out. Okay, not a very clear open here, so look, we'll take it for that for now. Very balanced open, to be honest. It's gonna be tough to trade this if you can't get something out of this here. Gonna be a bit patient to see. I don't really see any huge momentum anyway. And then, wow, that's crazy. Let's see how the market opened up in the internals here. Yeah, so top screen, here we are. Yeah, so we opened pretty much very close to the extremes here. And looking at this here right now, doesn't look like we're gonna get any kind of good momentum here. So let's see. I think every move up or low or down is kind of being absorbed, so gonna have to be cautious here. Again, nothing major on the headlines, so trying to see if I can get any kind of momentum here. Let's see. And the continuation, here we go. And that's it. That's it. There we go. That's a nice move. So that's what we've got so far. a couple of good scalps. Yeah, I'm gonna think we're gonna still rotate here. Previous day high is not 97s here on ES. I'm gonna go with a long. I could scale into a couple here. Let's see. And I think we're gonna call it a day after that.
It's just seeing from Burgess Everett on Twitter here. It says at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the Senate will vote to break the filibuster on the debt ceiling fast track bill. Needs 60 votes with a unanimous consent. Could finish that later today.
Here we are. Got out of a deep Nasdaq. Trying to see if I can get a runner here on ES. Really love to get this. I'm gonna just bail out right here. Okay, there we are. Nice, nice, nice. Here we are. So this is the first 8 minutes of the open here. Got some good trades. Oh yeah, sorry. I was hiding the total there for some reason. I will not get the right stuff. So let's just get out of that here. So that's what we've got so far. So that's what we've got so far here. Pretty good. Let's just look at the markets back here. Oh yeah, sorry. I was going to show you guys. Okay, so what's going on here? So here's the open on ES. We're smack in the middle of the whole mix of the last several days. So nothing to go crazy about for now. So this is, again, December 9th, 9:40 a.m. I think I mentioned this before, but I basically put on the mic and trade and discuss what I'm doing at the same time. So eventually, at some point, I will do some kind of a YouTube live where it might be interesting to do. But for now, I think I'm just comfortable this way. Let's get back. Yeah, the daily's been pretty crazy here on the markets. It's been really just a huge consolidation, to be honest. So Nasdaq is attempting a breakout from the overnight and the previous day's highs. So this could be an attempt to go higher. Let's see. Let me just put this here. So that's Nasdaq attempting its move above these highs. I mean, it's not tremendous volume today, so the open looked very sketchy, didn't it? Unless we get any kind of huge headlines, I think we're going to the previous week high here. So that was pretty much my morning prep. So once again, this is Nasdaq, and then here is ES. Made some trades already, so let's see if we can get anything going here. trying to keep the videos a bit shorter this way, so hope you guys appreciate that. But it's been one of those days where sometimes it's just like, you really need to have, I can't cut much because there's really a lot of context in the tape, the rotations, where the market is. So here is so far the couple of trades I've done this morning. Trying to keep it simple, trying to keep it, not too complicated. All right, so let's just come back to our domes here.